Welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be making some antler beads on my mini lathe. These beads will look great on, say, a mountain man necklace, or perhaps to decorate a lanyard or a bracelet. Okay, first I'm going to drill a 7mm hole as straight as possible through the center of the antler, and try to use an antler piece as straight as possible. I know that can be a challenge, but that will definitely make this easier. Okay, next I'm using some medium CA glue to glue in a 7mm pin tube. You can get these tubes from pin suppliers, usually online, and you've probably seen some of my pin turning videos. I use these tubes for making writing pins, but they're going to come in handy for making these antler beads. And here I'm slicing the antler bead blanks with my bandsaw. I always like to hold the antler with some type of clamp instead of with my fingers. And don't forget to wear your safety glasses here. I recommend cutting these bead blanks to, say, about 3/4 of an inch, because you will be trimming them down, trimming down the ends a little bit later. Now to sand the ends of the antler. You want the pin tube at a 90-degree angle with the ends of the bead blanks. I could probably come up with a jig for this, but I'm just going to eyeball it. So what I'm doing here is I'm making some marks to orient my blank 90 degrees with the pin tube. Don't worry about getting it perfect, but this will make it easier to turn them on the lathe later. As you can see here, I'm keeping those marks that I made. I'm making sure that they're roughly right 90 degrees with that sanding pad, and I'm just going to rotate it around to make sure everything works out evenly. I always wear a dust mask, especially when I'm working with antler, especially when I'm sanding deer antler. Now I'm mounting the bead blanks to my pin mandrel on the lathe. Notice that I place a small 7mm bushing between the beads and on the ends. And don't forget to use your safety glasses or a face shield. I'm using a roughing gouge and my round carbide tool to turn these down to a cylinder shape. You may have to apply more pressure on the tailstock so the blanks don't catch on the cutting tool. Now that the beads are down to a cylinder shape, I'm using going to use a square carbide tool and my small spindle gouge to round over the ends. When you're using the spindle gouge, just remember to raise your handle as you ride that bevel around the ends. Make the beads any shape you want. It's really up to your creativity. Okay, here I'm using that spindle gouge, and you'll notice that as I ride the bevel over the corner, I raise my handle up. Okay, once I get the beads to the profile that I like, you can see me going through the different sanding grits, 120, 220, 400, 1000, and then 1500 and 2400 micro mesh cloths. These fine grits will create a beautiful shine with that antler. Now, some of your antler beads are porous. You may want to consider adding some CA glue to fill those pores, and then come back over and sand the CA glue. Now, as a final step, I'm running the ends of the beads over some fine sandpaper just to clean them up and to polish the ends a little bit. And I've noticed some people, you can do this on the lathe. You can make a little jam chuck and, you know, polish or clean up the ends as well. But I'm just doing it this way for simplicity. Okay, so I took all the beads that I just recently made and I put together a mountain man necklace here, as you can see, and I mixed in some wooden beads, and I also added a antler tine there in the middle. But these look great on other things like you know, paracord bracelets or paracord lanyards or whatever you want to decorate. Well, hey, I appreciate you watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like, and we'll see you in the next video.